This playthrough is rated T for teen.
It's like picture in picture. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with another new game, and this time it's Hotel Dusk, Room 215. Developed by the now-defunct Cing and published by Nintendo in 2003. Hotel Dusk is uh, it's kind of like a visual novel, point-and-click adventure game, similar to, well, not quite exactly like Phoenix Wright, but close to it. And this is a obscure game. People don't know much about this, and it's one of my first times of recording a DS game. So we'll see how well that goes, as is. Now, as you can see here, there is a mouse screen here, which means I am not directly recording this from a DS. Unfortunately, I do not have that. There is an ability to do that type of thing, but I don't have that resource, so I'm using another method. Yar, 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 yar. But I do own the game logistically. To do this, I'm gonna have to do something else. Too bad there's no music on the main menu. Interesting enough, seeing the people, the company that's now defunct, they weirdly went out of business right after releasing the sequel to this game called, I think, Last Window, which in my country I never got it, so I haven't played it yet. But I heard it was released in Europe, so you could probably get a European version, because I believe that Nintendo is DS is region free, so I could have ordered it, but I wasn't aware of that at the time. But anyway, Hotel Dusk is basically a film noir inspired game with mysteries and stuff like that. So I'll talk about it as we go in. But when you first pop in the game and ask you what handed you are, left or right, for the purposes of using the computer, technically I'm right-handed, but when I play the DS, I'm left-handed. So I decided to go left-handed. So if it seems a bit weird with like how the screens go up, because usually the touch screen would be here instead of this way. Oh, and you have to read this like a book. So the DS, usually the screens would be here and here, but to play this game you have to swap it to book mode, which is what I'm doing at now. So anyway, enough talking. Let's start the game and see what this game's all about. Oh yeah, there's a big cutscene going on, so I'm gonna not talk through this. Not that there's any talking, it's just it goes by so fast. So it looks like we're Kyle Hyde, a former police detective now working for this company called Red Crown, and we've been sent to Hotel Dusk to see like what our whole job thing is. He'll explain it here in a second, but yeah, I almost forgot that this game takes place in like the 70s or whatever. But yeah, I like the comic book manga type of art style that they use. They did that. Cing did this in their other game, Trace Memory, sort of. I don't think I really played that one from what I recall. That one was kind of their first start into this, and Hotel Dusk came out like right afterwards, like a year or so later, and they vastly improved on that game on this one, so as you'll see as we play. So this little line here, I think on the normal touchscreen you just have to touch the screen, but for me I have to touch this little orange triangle to continue the dialogue, just to let you know. So that's why there's a little mouse thing on screen. So yeah, there is no mouse. Do not look behind the man with the curtain or whatever. So anyway, my name's Kyle Hyde. It's been 3 years since I quit the force and left New York. Now I'm a salesman for this outfit called Red Crown. On the surface, Red Crown's a door-to-door sales firm dealing in household goods. But Ed, the boss, has himself a little business on the side. He finds things that don't always want to be found. Keeps it quiet, too. From time to time, I'll lend a hand. Ain't the greatest gig in town, but hell, I got nowhere to be and nothing better to do. You hear me, Bradley? This is it. This is what I'll be doing until I find you. Thought we shot the guy, at least during the cutscene. He said something about Mila, too. Well, let's click on the door to open it. And enter Hotel Dusk. Chapter 1, December 28th, 1978. 5 to 5:30 p.m. I'll try to keep like the mouse out of the view as much as I can so it's not distracting. So, great. An empty lobby with no one home. Where's the front desk in this dump? Well, you could see it, but okay. Look left, look right. Now we can cross the street. I mean, cute sign, pal. Guess that's where I check in. Is Ed's package here yet? Question mark. Now what that means is that that's a question, so we can ask someone that question. So if you're playing right-handed, the map will be here, and the picture thing will be on the side of the side. So for those of you who've actually played the game and wondering why it's weird, like I said, that's just how it is. So this is the touchscreen part. This is where we interact. Well, this is like our every interaction. So if I click in a certain direction, we'll turn, as you can see there. So we just turn in a direction and look at stuff. Now, how do we look at stuff? Is we walk towards a location, and then if we can look at something on the bottom right, bottom screen here, in this case bottom left or bottom right, depending on which version, we have the door function, which allows us to interact with doors. We have this little man here, which is to interact with people. We have the magnifying glass, which lets us interact with clickables. And we also have this black little booklet here. It's our notebook, which we take notes in. So let's click the magnifying glass to click our first thing here. So if I was playing on the DS, this thing will be shifting around and whatever. So, and we can also magnify by doing this, or magnify, sorry, we can adjust. There is a magnifying function later on certain items, but this allows us to look in different directions. So let's take a look at the desk. Saw a little table. Too bad it's all nicked up. How about the, wonder if the shade on that table lamp used to be white. Ew, probably. So, and you want to interact. Not everything in the game needs to be interacted with to solve the solve puzzles and stuff like that. But it's kind of a good idea to check everything anyway. So, ooh, lovely lady, nice bikini. Too bad a girl like that would never stay in a place like this. Yeah, you said it, pal. Now you get a nice little close-up too of it. She looks like I mean, obviously this came out before Grand Theft Auto 5, but she looks like the model in that one. But anyway. How many losers imagined she was looking at them? And I'm probably one of them. Anyway, we can just back out. Yeah, that little arrow thing there, that's the back out function. You can back out of the little map area. There's nothing to click on here. Leather sofa, huh? Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Wonder how many people have been sitting on it or having fun in that thing. So, sit at the dartboard. A clock that looks like a dartboard. What is this, a frat house? Maybe. There's a license plate on the wall. Did a mechanic decorate this dump? Kyle's not a too fan of this place, is he? Or that's just his attitude on things. I mean, he has the grizzled detective look going on here, so... Well, former detective in this case. It's the hotel's business permit. I bet it's expired. Yeah, I mean, how many governments actually check every single business for their permits, especially depending on where this is? I mean, this isn't Nevada. Nevada, like half of Nevada is like desert, so, you know. There's a sticker underneath the frame. Yeah, the number 14. Make note of that. Actually, you do need to make note of that. And unfortunately, you can't use my video as a guide for the sticker star quest. It's an optional thing you can do in the game that gets you like a mini reward. No, you don't have to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. But yeah, this is randomized right here, so we have to take note of that. Now, how do we take note of that without actually writing it down with a piece of paper? Ooh, we click our notebook. Oh, and we can actually make notes in it as well. So we can either clear the screen with this, we can either write with the pencil option, or if we hit this, we can erase stuff, as you can see here. And you can see Hyde in the corner. He's, you know, marking that he's knocking it out. Or we can turn the pencil and make notes of whatever kind here. So let's just blank that out. So anyway, we want to make a note of the sticker star. So let's I'm so bad with using, I have to use a mouse. I wouldn't be much better on the stylus, to tell you the truth, but okay, sticker star, and we'll put, that's terrible. We'll put a 14 there, so we make note of that. So yeah, let's back out. And it's saved in our little notebook, so we can come back to that later. So, all right, anything in our inventory? Right now we got a suitcase key, and we got a pager. That's a. Ooh, remember? Does anyone remember pagers? Holy crap! Pagers were mechanical devices that. This is really before the advent of cell phones, and even when cell phones were around, people would have this because cell phones in the 80s were like the size of like you had to wear a special backpack with a battery on it to use it, for goodness sakes. Like, they were huge. And this was a way for normal folks to get a hold of you. So what you do is you call this number, and if you had basically had a pager line that you called. You didn't actually use your own phone number. You used a pager line. Anyway, people called your pager line. You would get a notice that someone from a certain number is calling you. Sometimes you could even send a mini message through the pager as well. That is old school, man. It's a now defunct technology, obviously, but anyway, we want to go to the front desk here. So let's examine that. All right, let's see what we can click on. If you want to just go straight to the interaction, just interact with the bell multiple times. But it's a calendar. Great, now I can keep track of how long I've been standing here. No, don't feel too bad, Hyde. You won't be standing here for long. Well, you'll be staying here for a while, just not standing here. The telephone. Am I supposed to call someone to help me? No, it is a puzzle game, so. There's an old shelf with cubby holes behind the counter. Alright. Let's see what this is. Hey, it's a clipboard. That settles it. There's gotta be somebody around here. Yeah, he's probably just hiding in the back or something like that. Ooh, a TV. There's a TV at the end of the counter. Oh, what's this? There's a note stuck to the side of the TV. TV operational hours, 7 to 9 p.m. Now keep note of that if you want to take a look at the TV. Now the way that this game works is each chapter is designated to a certain time period. So right now we're at 5 to 5:30. So right now we cannot access the TV because it's not that time. And so later chapters we'll be able to access this. I'm trying to remember, I think there's like 6+ chapters in this game if I recall. A decent length too, so we might be at this for a while. I might decide to make episodes longer depending on, because it is very wordy, so which is fine. It's just sometimes it takes forever to read and sometimes you'll make no progress, so I may decide to make my episodes longer depending on how I feel about things. So definitely at least the 30+ if anything. And this is an old tube top television too, man, with little knobs and everything. No remote, or remotes came later, but even then they were pretty big. Technology, man, this is what I grew up with, man. I'm feeling old now. There's a power switch and a channel selector. Is this thing broken? What a wonderful hotel this is. Yeah, you had to switch channels via the knobs here. So usually the TVs only had, well, depending on the TV you had. Sometimes you'd only have like 12 channels, and then there was the one that could go through all the different signals because of the antenna there. So you were trying to access all the signals, so you could get some like free TV every once in a while. People still have antennas, but it doesn't obviously work the same way as it does now. So it's an older model with a pair of rabbit ears. Yep, rabbit ears is what they call the antennas on TVs. So classy. Man, this is just bringing out all the old in me today. And I can't click on that, can I? So, anything else? No, that's the thing we put under it, was it? There's a calendar. Oh, that's right. That's why. Oh, okay. It says on the counter. There's a calendar on the wall. It's even in sync with the one on the counter. I was wondering if that was the same calendar. I was like, they can't be. So, all right. Anyway, let's interact with the bell to get someone to come in. Yeah, this is a call bell back in the day. Actually, people still use call bells at places because, you know, a little ding ding. Guy's got a bell on the counter. Nice touch. Yeah, the little thing means we've focused in on that thing. So now we use the touchscreen to interact with the bell. So yeah, see how it is very invasive. You have to do it multiple. That's a puzzle basically. You have to do it multiple times to solve it. Our first puzzle, quote unquote. Maybe this is deserted after all. Rosa, hey Rosa, if I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. Don't go bothering me when I'm watching a game. What game? Football, baseball? Well, it's America, right? So, at this time, probably football or baseball, either way. Huh? The hell you ain't, Rosa. Now, what this is, you can either continue with the line of dialogue by clicking this little box here, or if you want to be, I forgot the word specifically, but it's basically like a, not objection, quote unquote. It's just you basically butt in and is like, hey, what the, you know, so let's do that. Oh, this guy's fantastic. What a charming welcome. Did you call me Rosa? Did you call me Shirley? Who's Rosa? Rosa, she's the hotel maid. Hard worker, but she's got a mouth the size of Nebraska. Always finding ways to bust my chops when I'm watching a game. Anyway, sorry for thinking you was her. No harm, no foul, eh? Name's Dunning Smith, and I own this joint. Welcome to my own little slice of heaven, Hotel Dusk. Ah, nice little colored thing for Dunning and everything. So I like the just the art style of this game. So Dunning Smith seems like a grumpy piece of leather. So you here for a room or just to hear me jaw? That's to talk, by the way. A room one night. What kind of room you want? Cheap. Sounds about right. He probably doesn't even get to charge it to his company or whatever. Well, if you want to save a bit of scratch, I got a room available. Great. But hey, let me bend your ear for a second. How'd you like to stay in something a little nicer? You have nice rooms? Oh, Kyle. Yep. You're in sales, right? Door to door? On your feet all day? Something like that. Yep, I know it. You haul the case around all day and the dogs get to barking. Dogs are your feet, by the way, for the people who don't get that. So what'd you say? Why not give yourself a little treat for once? One night in a nice room will make you a new man out of you. Now this is a bit rare, but tonight I actually got a suite open. And cause I'm feeling generous, I'll let you have it for a special price. Well, this answer doesn't matter, by the way. Suit sounds nice. Suits are for chumps. I'm playing Dick Kyle, by the way. And I said cheap, or sorry, wrong voice. I said cheap. It's a peach of a room. Hey, you got a problem? I look like a guy who would stay in a suite. Yep, alright, I get you. Gotta say, though, I'm disappointed. Well, if I get you to fill out this registration card, you can have a room. Here's a pen for you. Nice pen, too. Don't go stealing it. Yeah, now we have to interact with the pen. We can interact with him. No, we have to actually grab the pen. This is the whole DS. Interact with your game environment, so... And you can tell the stylus is different from everything else here, so, or the pen is, so... Anyway, let's click on it. Uh-oh, we have another puzzle, or interaction. So, room, name, number 1963, address, city and state, 1979, Hotel Dusk. So, if we just click on the... Come on, let me fill out my stuff here. I can't fill it out. There we go. Yeah, you just have to rub over it to fill it out, so... Oh, sorry. Address, Kyle Hyde, 340 East Avenue, 48. Los Angeles, California. Man, like, maybe probably back in the 70s it's fine to live in Los Angeles. Nowadays, ooh boy. December 28th. Yay, we solved our second puzzle. Kyle Hyde. Your name really Kyle Hyde? That's what my parents told me. Huh. That worked for you? Yeah, sure. Forget I said anything. That's another case where, obviously, that's a big deal, so let's poke him at it. Hold on. You like my name? What's your problem? What now? You don't like my name? I told you, ain't nothing. Don't tell me it's nothing. You see my name on a wanted poster or something? Nah, I ain't like that. Just remembered the name is all. Had a guest with the same handle as you. And then an important question pops up with that, so. Yeah, that's it. Ain't a big deal. Anyway, about your room. Yeah, I mean, Kyle Hyde sounds like a pretty standard name. Well, Hyde isn't quite, but Kyle is, so. Kyle? Anyway, about your room. You're in room 215. Dun, dun, dun. Here's your key. Gotta grab the key. Room 215. I got the room 215 key. Da 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 da. It's got the room number, the word wish engraved on it. The wish room? That's a stupid name for a game. Actually, that's the original name for this game. Was at least from what I understand, was supposed to be called the Wish Room, but they changed it to. At least in America, they called it Hotel Dusk. I forgot what the Japanese translation of it is. Probably something similar, but anyway. Ooh, wish. What's this supposed to mean? You don't know what a wish is? Never read Aladdin or anything like that? Or it's the name of the room. The room has a name? Sure does. Every room in this hotel has its own name. We got Wish, Bravery, Daybreak, Success, even Angel. Cute. You think those names up yourself? Sure did. Great group of names, ain't they? Wish is my favorite of the bunch, though. What a crock. A crock? Rooms will need numbers, that's it. Maybe your room is a waste of time. Waste of time? Ain't no one ever said that before. Well, you ain't never talked to a grizzled cop before, have you? They just don't have the stones to tell you what they really thought. Some guests like names. But now I know, you're a man who don't like to waste time on silly stuff. Saves me from wasting breath on my story. Yep, a man like you would find my story a waste of time all that way around, but... you pulled my ear. Alright, what's the story? Hold on. You think you know me? What story? What story did you mean? Nothing. Wasting time. Cut the crap. What's the story? Well, if you really want to know, I'll tell you. Actually, it's about room 215, the room where you're staying. It's got a, a history. Someone died in there, didn't they? A history? What, like ghosts? You tell me it's haunted? It's haunted. Ghost? Nah, this is way better than some spook with chains. Well, like Marley or something like that? Or Marley and Marley. You got dreams, pal? Something you wish for? I'm not much for wishing. Don't surprise me, but still. If you got something you want, I mean really want, you just find it tonight. You follow? That's the story. That's room 215. It's the place where wishes are granted. Wishes are granted? What are you, 5? I don't know why I'm helping you, but go ahead and take this. It's a hotel brochure. You got a map in there, too. How difficult would it be to go to this hotel? This hotel isn't that big. Okay, it's got multiple floors, but still. Anyway, let's grab the brochure. I got the hotel brochure. I put it in my notebook. Alright, you're all checked in. Head on up to the second floor. It's through the lobby, up in the stairs. Room 215's down the hall on the left. The restaurant's through the lobby and to the left. It opens for dinner at 6 and breakfast at 7:30. Got a bar too, opens at 9 tonight. Checkout's at 10. Miss it and we charge you double. Of course, if you want to stay another night, just let me know. Need anything else? Well, there is. We can ask him some questions now, so now that we've been waiting so patiently. So, I'm waiting for a package. Let's see if he's got it in yet. There's supposed to be a package for me. A package for you? Sorry, I don't see nothing. It should be here. Maybe you can actually look around or something. You send a package to a hotel when you don't even have a reservation? Nice. Oh, and this package better not be anything that's gonna cause problems. Oh, like drugs or something like that? Oh, yeah? Mind your business, Pops. Well, we're trying to be dicks, but not super dicks. If you're, depending on certain answers, you can really blow back certain responses. So it's not, you can be a dick sometimes, but you have to be kind of careful with that. What problems? What kind of problems? Is there anything that's gonna inconvenience my hotel? Depends on what you mean by inconvenience. Had a bit of trouble with a package for another young guy like you. Thing turned into a damn circus. I got a new question. Really, what happened? Let's just say I don't want to deal with anything like it again. Leave it at that. Bunch of lousy. Oh, the bellhop look for your package. If it shows, we'll bring it to your room. I wonder if I should give this guy a different voice. It's actually wearing on my throat a bit. Why don't you talk about it? So you had a guest with my name? Yep, called himself Kyle Hyde, too. As I remember it, he was about your age. Blonde fellow, tall and thin, looks kind of like a stork. A tall, thin, blonde man? Sounds like Bradley. That's way too convenient, dude. Wait, this is a film noir game? Never mind. But I wouldn't mistake you for him. He was different. How so? Wearing a nice suit, good shoes, the works. Looks like a somebody. While we here are nobodies. I'll keep that in mind. So does Mr. Somebody stay here often? Nah, just the one time. It was about 6 months ago. Oh, he's long gone then. Ain't seen him since. I guess he knew that even though he shot him, he knew he didn't kill him, which was weird, but anyway. My room grants wishes? What are you, a genie? Fit me on this whole wish granting thing. It's a story I heard from folks that stayed in 215. At first, there was a young girl and a middle-aged fella. Both of them looked beat down when they arrived, like they had no future. But by next morning, they'd been reborn. Their faces were just peaceful-like. Well, I was surprised as a dog in a tree, so I asked him, what happened? And you know what? They both told me the same thing. Room 215 is magic. It granted me wish everything is okay now. So that's why I said. What's so funny? Good one, Pops. Real nice. I didn't think an old-timer like you would tell me fairy tales. Fairy tales? That's what you think this is? Just a waste of your valuable time, is that it? Call it a fairy tale if you want. It's a free country. America. Yeah, that's true. Well, what was the trouble? Talk about the trouble you mentioned earlier. What happened? Well, it was right about 3 years ago. One of the head bellhops took a package up to a guest's room, right? And then bang! Bunch of cops and detectives come storming in like a gosh darn jack-in-the-box. Wrong game. Detectives. Seems my guest was a crook, part of some big crime ring or something. He was using my hotel as a drop-off for stolen goods. Whole thing was a damn mess. gunshots in the hallway, screaming guests running every which way. Ain't never going through anything like that again. That's why the Dusk's got a strict policy. No crooks and no cops. Good thing we're a former cop, so. That it? Yeah. Enjoy your stay. Huh. That looks like a nice fella, so alright, let's take our key. Oh yeah, we got the notebook, memo. Oh yeah, we can also use this to check items, check our characters, save and load. We get the memos. We can also check the map and the system. System is if I want to change left-handed to right-handed. So if I want to go back to right-handed, I could do that. I'll show you what happens if we switch to right. So yeah, it switches back to right. But the thing is, I've already I've set my setup for the other way around, so I have to do it this way. So. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, and this also this is one of the few games that took advantage of the DS Rumble Pak. You could put it in the Game Boy Advance feature, I believe. Later games eventually just had it, sort of. But we could check the map, and that's the multiple floors there, as we can check. We've also got the save load function. We've also got the different characters, so you can check Mr. Dunning Smith, the hotel owner, Brian Bradley, the man I'm looking for, my ex-partner, Ed Vincent. Head of Red Crown. He's a friend of my dad. Oh, that's how he got the gig. And Rachel. Red Crown's employee. She's Ed's secretary. Ooh, like the mole in the eye. Classy beauty look. Then we can also get our items here. Got a suitcase key. The worn old key to my suitcase. Got our pager. Gift from Ed. I'm supposed to call Rachel when it goes off. Keep that in mind. Room 215 key. The room number and the word wish are engraved on the key. And the hotel brochure. The hotel guide and map I got when I checked in, so. But anyway, I'll save here in a moment. But before we call it an episode, let's leave the room and go into the next area. Huh?
Pardon me, sir. Do you have a room available?
As I walk away from the front desk, I hear a voice behind me. An old lady with an eye patch. That's very specific. Usually I don't see old women with eye patches. Usually it's old dudes, so I wonder what her story is.
I need a room for tonight.
Just another guest. Welcome to my own little slice of heaven, Hotel Dusk. Use the same line on everyone. As luck would have it, we have got vacancies. What kind of room you looking for, darling?
Well, now, ain't you just a sweet talker, but there's a certain room I want.
Let me guess. Does it start with a W? Which room is that?
The one I saw in the newspaper article. I want that special room, the wishing room. This is the Hotel Dusk, is it not?
Of course it is, and I know the room you're asking for. Unfortunately, ma'am, that room's...
Oh dear, is it taken?
That's right, and I'm damn sorry about it. I'm real sorry, ma'am.
Well, isn't that a shame?
You want a different room? We got plenty, and they're all top of the line.
Well, I suppose I'll make do with something else.
Wonder why she wants the wishing room. I guess she heard it in the articles. Wonder if we could talk to her. Or if she has any dialogue. Excuse me.
Now, young man. I'm trying to check into this nice hotel. Perhaps we can talk later, after we've been properly introduced, that is.
No, we can't talk to her now. We can talk to her eventually, but it looks like our journey into Hotel Dusk is an interesting one. We got wishes, a man calling themselves Kyle Hyde that represents our old partner is in the hotel as well. Well, who other guests live inside? Will we actually get to room 215? Can we find some other star stickers? Find out next time in the next episode of Hotel Dusk, room 215. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.